Well, guys, that turned out all right. 34% and almost a 3x from the lows for paid network from yesterday's video. And what is the next plays? Firstly, I want to say pat yourself on the back if you actually decide to take action, and now you should be sat in significant profits in paid network. I don't charge for this. This is just what I'm doing. If it might make money, if it might lose money, it's not my problem. I'm just showing you guys what I'm doing. But if you made some profits today, please leave a comment and a like underneath this video, because I'm going to go on to the next stage. You see, in crypto, it's day by day. You make a bit of money, it's on to the next thing, it's on to the next thing. But I don't think paid network is stopping. And if you're new here and you want to get started and you're interested in paid network, you click this video, it's not too late. We're just getting started. I'm going to go through why I think we are still early for paid network. And from my experience, which I've already made, just under 7. So I'd say just under 7 figures from the paid network ecosystem as a whole, with the Launchpads, with the paid network token last cycle. This cycle, I'm planning on printing millions of dollars from the paid network ecosystem just as an investor alone. And I do think that is possible for anybody, especially with the new tokenomics. Whether you've got $10, $100, $100,000, it is possible for you too. So let's run up with paid network and go through what we have seen over the past week. Over the past week, we've seen that a lot of people were leading up to paid network and the update. They released a lot of tokens. They actually did an early release of staking. So everyone was wondering, okay, why is the dip? Why is the dip? I think I've seen a question on this side. Yeah, it says, why is paid dumping hard? That was on the 10th, right? And as you've seen, on the same day, actually, on the 10th, it went down 40%. And the reason for that is because previously you had to stake your tokens to get into paid network, meaning you staked your money and it's locked up for almost 5 years, and then you was able to get into projects. And what happened is the bear market came, and most people, it's their first bear market, they're not experienced, they don't know much about bear markets, but believe me, the crypto space goes quiet. And what that means is that people get nervous, people get angry, people get upset. They might not have been balancing their portfolio, they need to pay rent, and they're looking towards external things like their investments to pull that money out of their investments and to cover their life. And what happened is, paid released their tokens, and every single person dumped. But moments later, we're seeing a meteoric rise up to $40, 40 cents, hopefully $40 one day, 40 cents the next day. And the reason for that is because of this anticipation for what paid network have now released. So I'm not going to go over the video. I will pin the video down below in the description. You can go and check out the paid network announcement video. It was absolutely great. It was live. It was about 12 o'clock Thailand time. I woke up to see some amazing price movements. And the reason for that is because Godzilla is going to be launching on paid network. Now what that means is that anybody, if you are staking at least 1,000 paid, is going to have the ability to get into or in and amongst Godzilla. If you don't know what Godzilla is, look it up, do some research, just go on Google, just type in Godzilla, go on Twitter, type in Godzilla, and look at the products, go on the website. This is going to be the biggest game in the whole of the crypto space. It's probably going to be bigger than Fortnite, because imagine if you got paid to play Fortnite, you play it all day, right? If you got paid to play Call of Duty, you'd play all day. You're going to be able to get paid and make serious bank from playing Godzilla, which realistically is just a bloody video game. And we've all been waiting for this opportunity to get paid for playing games, right? Imagine you basically get paid for being a degenerate, and that's always what we want to get, right? It's the ideal business. Now, where do I see paid going? First step is $1. I think $1 is fairly reasonable. It's a psychological level, and multiple times last cycle that was the resistance, right? It's $1. 20 cents has always been kind of that level that we come to. As you can see, last cycle 20 cents was the one. I remember anytime paid was dipping around 20 cents, I was buying last cycle, and it was all right. You managed to get 5x's from that twice with paid network. So I do feel like $1 is pretty much a safe bet to look for potentially taking profits or getting in under $1. You can feel that you're in at a discount. But next steps after that, I don't know. There is a thing called network effect, which means the more users on the platform, the more value of the platform. That's how social media works. The more people that use social media, websites and stuff like that, the more value that there is in the network. And that's kind of the play that Kyle's going for. which is the CEO for Paid Network. He's making paid openless and permissionless, and anybody can use Paid Network, which means there's going to be a lot of users on the network, and that should increase the value technically, which when we get into tokenomics later, you'll see it should be pretty good. So Paid Network, my targets for Paid Network is $1. Record this video, screenshot it. You can get upset with me if it doesn't hit $1. I don't really care, but you know, I do think that's the goal. Right now though, the market cap is currently sat about $25 million. But if we do look at some of the other market caps of large launch pads, which you can see in the free course down below, check out that to learn more about launch pads and all that type of stuff. But if you do look at it, let's go to Crypto Rank actually and have a look, see if they've changed anything. But if you go to Crypto Rank, okay, go to actually this is like mandatory. If you don't know how to use Crypto Rank, bookmark this. Go to this website, bookmark it, right, and just go to launch pads, for example, and from the launch pads you'll be able to see which ones are ranking the highest. Okay, so you just go to the top here, ICOs, IDOs. You want to go to launch pads in the bottom corner. As you can see, Paid Network is only number 6. The number 1 launch pad out there is DAOmaker. Then you've got PokerStar. Then you've got CDFi. Okay, so for example, Paid Network is now a $25 million market cap. The biggest is DAOmaker. Do I think we're going to get bigger than DAOmaker? I don't know. You know, I don't know. It has the ability to do so. I mean, now Paid Network does have a very good USP. If we do get there, I'll be a very happy chappy, because DAOmaker is just dipped to a $200 million market cap. So if you look at the scope for gains here, Paid Network can either go to $1 or $3. And this is at this stage in the cycle. Normal people don't really know what private sales are yet. People don't even know how to figure out how to make a MetaMask or how to get money into crypto yet. So they don't even know about 100x's, 50x's, and wait till Godzilla does a 300x, right? So the market cap's probably going to get a lot higher, right? So let's say we're looking at this through a whole cycle. You look, the highest this managed to get is about $390 million. I'll be interested to see where CDFi got to actually. Let's have a look at CDFi. I think it doesn't actually let me do. If you didn't know, it now costs I think costs 10 or 15 grand to get listed on CoinMarketCap. So not all projects are actually listed on CoinMarketCap, which is interesting. But let's have a look at PokerStar. Remember, PokerStar, right? It isn't. I'm going to get into Tokenomics again, but it isn't guaranteed allocation. It's still lottery. The projects that are launched on there aren't even that good. They're okay. Hopefully this cycle they get a little bit better, because obviously it's been a bear market. But even at that level, you know, you're talking $85 million market cap, and in the bull market again, we was touching $300 million market cap. So Paid Network still from this price, we're talking 10x from here, or at least just over 2x. So for me, still to this price, I'm still buying dips. Today, actually, in the Telegram channel, in this channel here, we was putting in who managed to make profits on Paid Network. And as you can see, already, members in this channel, first of all, up $25,000, okay? Other people, okay, up $11,000, right? So this is not a game, and it's not just me. Tons of other people in the community are making money, up 120%, up 70%. Okay, other people would have been up 5k if they got involved, right? But that's just about it. You just got to get involved. So people are making profit, and I don't think that this is over yet. Imagine if you're already up $10,000, and then this thing goes another 10x. You're up $100,000 on a invisible coin on the internet. It's not normal. It's not possible for normal people, but for us in crypto, it is. So let's get into Paid Network and what the updates were and why I'm just so bullish on it. So Paid Network as a whole is still the same thing. Their mission is still the same, and their main focus is actually opportunities for everybody, which aligns with my core values as well. I want to give opportunities to normal people to get involved with private sales, to get involved with the venture capital stuff, and to get opportunities which normal people don't usually get, right? In this game, usually the rich get richer, but with Paid Network, it is the completely opposite. Now, they have changed their staking, which is what a lot of people were asking me in my community. They was like, okay, well, is 75k paid still guaranteed? Is it worth me having a lot of tokens in this, or should I sell my bags and just have 75k? Well, for me personally, I'm still holding my bags. I sold about 30,000 tokens just to move that back into some of the coins which I sold to buy the dips. So obviously I'm selling profits on them buys, but as you can see here, right? Number one, you have to remember that there's a 2% fee. So if you've got, 1,000 tokens, you're going to have to pay, 20 tokens or something like that, right? So always send a little bit extra. You don't want to just send over 1,000 tokens to get in, and then you've missed out on the staking tier because you've got 2% fee. So remember, whenever you get involved, there's a 2% fee. After that, you will be given S paid. Now, what S paid is kind of like a substitute token that you get when you deposit a stake. And you need to remember to keep these tokens safe, because these S paid tokens are going to be very, very important. So just remember, let's say I send over, 1,000 tokens after fees. I'm going to get back 1,000 S paid, and that 1,000 S paid is going to be in my wallet, and that's going to show me that I have the same amount staked, kind of like a receipt. So these tokens are a receipt for what you have staked inside of the platform. Now, by having this, which is absolutely crazy, you will have the opportunity to receive airdrops, APY, revenue share, and governance inside of the paid ecosystem, and way more in the future. But for now, imagine getting airdropped Star Atlas into your wallet. Imagine getting airdropped Illumia into your wallet. Well, any of these other projects that are performing very, very well this cycle, but all launched on Launchpads, you will have this airdrop to your wallet by holding S paid and by holding this token staked. Not only that, but you get APY. So you get more and more tokens by simply having this token staked. And not just that, but governance. You get to decide which private sales they raise for, right? Similar to our DAO that we have, is like people ask, okay, I want to get into this project, I want to get into that project, but they don't have the access, but they know that this project is going to perform well. So that you can go and ask Paige, you can say, you know what, I hold a decent amount, I hold, 100,000 tokens, I'm very passionate about this network, I'm getting airdropped all these tokens as well, so you're making even more money, but I want to get into this project. Can you get into this project for me, Kyle? And Kyle will go out there and his team will go and get access to that project and launch it on the Launchpad, completely decentralized, and you'll be able to vote for that project to launch. Very, very interesting, because you're not getting that with PokerStar, right? And PokerStar is a $85 million market cap, right? You're getting a lottery, bro. You're getting a lottery. So you're imagine having 100,000 of this token. It's not been guaranteed. It don't make sense. You're not getting airdrop no tokens. Hopefully, this sets a precedent for the Launchpad ecosystem, and just as before, everybody will start copying Kyle again. Hopefully, they do this again. He is seriously a leader in this space. And if you don't believe that, watch all these projects change. That's just how it goes when you set the pace, right? Next, okay, in fact, that's pretty much it. But one interesting thing is I want to go through the staking tiers, right? Look, once you stake 75k paid, you will be eligible for early access in the pool. Now, you guys probably don't remember this, but last cycle, if you don't have early access, and it's every man for himself, trust me, bruv, you better have the best internet ever and an extra $1,000 worth of ETH to get allocation into these pools. These pools go fast. Sometimes they sell out in like seconds, 15 seconds or 30 seconds, right? Imagine when they do a pool for Godzilla. You think that thing ain't filling out fast. You need to have early access pool if you can afford it. Right, that's going to get you early access into these projects and a decent allocation size. And as you can see here, your allocation size will not be capped by default. Therefore, your allocation size will not be capped by default, and you can select your participation level at your discretion. Do you know how mad that is? Big ticket sizes. That's what people are looking for in private sales, and that's what people are looking for in Launchpads. So being a whale in this type of project is very, very beneficial. Again, this is the reason why I continue to accumulate more and more paid. I'm a top 30 holder by this rate. We've got over 400,000 tokens of this at this pace. So we're continuing to accumulate more and more paid because we are so bullish on this ecosystem and confident in it. I've got absolute conviction in the team, absolute conviction in the projects that they're going to be launching. And I just know from experience that this type of thing performs well for me. For you, it might not be the same, bro. There's been people in my group who have already left the table. They've took their profits. They've took their 11K, for example, like Mahdi made. They've took their, other people up 5K, for example. They've took their profits off the table. They've moved on, right? For me, I'm a little bit different. I'm a long-term investor. I believe that this ecosystem is going to do well. There's one last thing, okay, that I want to discuss with you, and that is the utility of the token. Remember, if you have followed the free course, if you haven't followed the free course right now, after this video, take the time to just learn about crypto, click the link, and learn about how to buy crypto, sell crypto, what the best exchanges are for UK, for USA, for anywhere, and just how to get your head around crypto as a whole. It's a one-step tutorial. The link for that is in the description. It's going to show you everything you need to know. Learn that, because in that, I give you a sheet, which you should already have downloaded. It is called the due diligence checklist. Now, part of a due diligence checklist to invest into any crypto project is tokenomics, and having good tokenomics inside of the ecosystem, meaning whatever this project does to make money, it stays in that project, right? We've seen, for example, with Ali Direct is making millions of dollars, but their token is nowhere. We've seen with, for example, there was a KYC token. I've already forgot about now. But you guys can let me know in the comments. There's so many other tokens out there where the company makes money. Look at even XRP, right? XRP, for example, they make money. They're a big company, but Ripple is different to XRP. So there's not enough utility in the ecosystem for it to grow. Imagine if it was all connected. Ripple and XRP were directly connected. They were buying back the token. They were doing whatever. They would add more supply, and there'd be constant demand, right? The thing would be pumping every single day. And that is the goal that I expect for paid network. The reason is because they're doing buyback and burns, meaning whatever money that they make, they buy back their token on market, not on OTC, not doing no dodgy business. They go onto the market, they click buy, and they go and burn that, right? That's number one. Number two is liquidity. Now, what liquidity is it's kind of that pool that allows you to get a fair price. If you've ever traded on Uniswap or Pancake and you see that there's a price impact and you try to send a transaction, it doesn't go through, maybe you don't get the right price that you want to get in your token, that's what liquidity is. Now, to maintain good liquidity, the company or the project or somebody needs to start providing more and more liquidity into that, so you have a deeper order book. And what Paid Network is going to be doing is they're going to be reinvesting the profits that they get back into liquidity, meaning it's going to be easier for you to sell as a larger investor. That's why I'm not selling now. Why would I sell now and sell 10-20 grand's worth when it's going to have a massive price impact and it's going to probably wreck the project, when I can wait till it's up 10x more and it's 10 times more liquidity, and I could just click the button, get my money, and go off with a fair price, right? That's the reason why a lot of people that were airdrop tokens we're selling their tokens at 10 cents. Imagine that. Imagine selling your token at less than half the price it is right now. You could have just waited 24 hours, been patient. Instead, people ain't patient. They panic. They have emotions in the market, and they've lost loads of money. Now, next one is community fund. So with a community fund, that's going to allow a portion of the overall investment to be invested into other projects as a community. Remember I spoke about the DAO and being able to choose what you invest into? The community fund is going to be able to do that. And participation fees is what's going to run it all. So if you don't know, whenever you invest into a project, it's going to be a 10% fee on both sides, and you will lose 10%, but that 10% goes back into the ecosystem anyway and pumps the bags, hopefully. So that's the goal. Now, I urge all of you guys to spend at least 30 minutes going and checking out Paid Network, going and checking out the ecosystem, and being prepared for what is about to come. We are just getting started out in crypto. If I go back to my chart, it's going to take a second for me to run in this chart, but it's going to be important. These are the market cycles when it comes to the crypto market. Now, you should already know this. If you don't, this is very, very important for you, right? First of all, Bitcoin's on a little pullback, but the crypto market cycle moves in a very predictable manner. People think it's not predictable, but so far we've done pretty well predicting it, right? Or just moving with it, moving with a strategy. It's not about being perfect, but it's about having a strategy at least. And I believe that this area here, right, after March or April, whenever the BTC halving specifically is, altcoins will begin to absolutely take over. And the reason for that is because historically, the year after BTC halving has always been altcoin season. So if I'm in a altcoin, i.e. paid, I'm not selling until after BTC halving, i.e. altcoin season. So launchpads are going to be too expensive. Guaranteed allocation is going to be too expensive. Everybody's going to be fighting at the fish with their 1,000 worth of paid to get into, allocations, which they might not get. But if I can afford it, right, I'm going to have guaranteed allocation in every single launchpad, so I have abundance of choice into which projects I want to invest in and which projects I don't want to invest in, because altcoin season is the time when you're seeing 50x's, 100x's, 300x's, or Blocktopia 1000x out the gate. I want to have exposure to that. Okay, so that's my strategy, and that's why I'm working so hard to make sure that before March or April, I'm correctly positioning all of these things. In terms of Bitcoin, we don't know where Bitcoin will go. Every single day there's another video saying about where Bitcoin will go. Ethereum, we don't know exactly where Ethereum will go. But in terms of a macro market and just having a look at where market cycles go, we have a very, very clear understanding of where people are looking. That's why meme coins fly, layer ones, layer twos, X, Y, Z, right? So hopefully that explains to you why I'm so bullish on paid. I recommend you go out and check it, follow the CEO, follow the guys, and if you want to stay up to date, check out the Telegram link in the description. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.